Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Asia. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. I do upload weekly. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've been getting some requests to do makeup on other people, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. We're starting off with the brows, and I'm going in with the Morphe brow pencil in Java. And the model that we have today is Ashley. She has thicker brows than I do. I obviously don't have any brows. So there wasn't much that I needed to do. I just lined the top and the bottom and I went ahead and filled in any sparse spaces. And then I just used the spoolie end to basically blend it out. And then I'm going in with her concealer just to shape out the brows. I forget the name offhand, but all the products that I use will be in the description box below. So I'm also going to use her concealer to basically prime her eye, and I kind of lost some footage here, but that peachy shade that's in her crease is from the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette, and the shade is called Clove. And then I'm just going to go into the Cosmetics Smokey Eyes palette, and I'm just going to take that lavender color and blend that directly underneath Clove. And then I'm going back into Clove just to blend out the edges and bring some of that color back. And then I'm going back into that lavender shade just to pretty much intensify that color as well. So it's going to be a lot of going back and forth. So then to deepen up the crease, I'm going into IBY Beauty's single eyeshadow, and the shade is called Midnight Sky. So again, I'm going back into that lavender shade to blend out the edges of that, and then I'll go back into Clove to blend out the edges of the lavender shade. And guys, I am aware that this looks a bit messy, but it's gonna turn out good in the end, so that's all you should care about. For some reason, when I do makeup, it just always looks kind of like messy in the process, but at the end, it always comes together, so yeah. And guys, I don't know what happened here, but again, lost some footage. But I did cut her crease, and I found that the concealer name is NYX High Definition Photo Concealer, and the shade number is 01, called Alabaster. And then after I cut her crease, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some makeup remover on a Q-tip and try to take away some of that concealer, because as you can see, it turned like a weird bluish green color, and I didn't want that to be a base for the eyeshadow that we're going to use on the lid. So I'm basically cleaning that off, and then I'm going to go in with my shadows afterwards. So here I'm just reapplying, or you could say cutting the crease again, basically so that we can have that light shade as a base when we do go in with our deeper shadows, and it'll make the colors pop more. And here I'm just taking a fluffy brush just to kind of blend that out, because I don't want the concealer to be too wet and tacky when I go in with my eyeshadows. And I'm going ahead and using that dark blue again into the outer V, just so that I could have that gradient that I like on the outer corner. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush and just blend that outer corner, because I don't want any harsh lines. So then I'm going into the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette, and then I'm just going to use that bottom shade, and it's called Hot Spring, and I'm just going to apply that directly next to that dark blue that we have on the outer corner. And you guys, this palette is amazing. Like, it's my favorite palette from BH Cosmetics, and it's super affordable. The shimmers in this thing are amazing. You have to have it. So then I'm going in with the shade directly above that, which is called Turquoise, and I'm just going to apply that in the inner corner. And as always, if you lose some of that pigment, go ahead and put it back, but make sure that you're blending in between. And then I'm just going in with a makeup wipe just so I could clean up the fallout, and then I'm gonna basically try to clean up the edges as well. And to line her eyes, I'm just going in with the Sephora collection Wink It Felt Tip Liner and the shade Black, which is called Little Black Dress. And then again, I'm going in with the makeup wipe just to clean up the edges. So to moisturize her face, we're just going in with Spa Cosmetics gold 24 karat gold serum. And I'm just dropping that, and then I'm going ahead and stippling it all over her face. So then I'm going ahead and spraying her face with the Bedescu spray. It's the purple one, I believe it's lavender. And then I'm just going to use the stippling brush just to press that into her skin even more. And then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty primer and do the same thing with the brush. And for the foundation, I'm going into the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 332, which is called Golden Caramel. And I'm just applying that with my Real Techniques brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and basically blend it out with the sponge, which you'll see in a minute. And then I'm going in with that same NYX concealer from earlier, and I'm just going to apply that underneath her eyes, down the bridge of her nose, her cupid's bow, chin, and forehead. And yeah, this concealer was too light and kind of too pinky for her, but it was all we had at the time. So I do end up making it work at the end, so don't be alarmed. I'm aware. And to contour, what you see me blending out now is the Ulta Beauty foundation stick in Dark Cool. I don't know where the footage went for this, but again, I'm making it work. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend out that concealer as well. To set her concealed areas, I'm just going to use the Airspun Translucent powder. And again, it looks a little bit scary, but it's going to work out in the end. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and set her contoured areas with the Ulta Beauty Adjustable Coverage Foundation in the shade Dark. So here's where the fixing comes into play. So I'm going to take the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm just going to take that middle shade, which has like a brownish tone, and I'm just going to apply that directly over the highlighted areas just so that it could tone down some of that white casty lookingness, and it actually turned out to be a perfect shade for her. So yeah. So then I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of her face with the Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Honey. And just to snatch her face just a little bit more, I'm going to go into those two darkest colors from the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm going to go ahead and basically snatch her face. And then I'm taking that same brush that I set her face with prior, and I'm just going to go over everything just so that there's no harsh lines. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush to contour her nose. And then for blush, I'm just going to go into the e.l.f. blush palette in light, and I'm just going to take that peachy shade on the bottom and apply it to her face. And then to highlight, I'm going into Tarte's Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3, and I'm just going to use that top golden shade. And these are actually eyeshadows, so that just shows you how flexible makeup is. You use it for what you want, honey. And then I'm just taking some of that into her inner tear ducts to highlight as well. And then for mascara, I'm going into the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And for now, I'm only applying that to the top, but I will end up applying it to the bottom as well later on. And now I'm going to head and apply shadows to the under eye, and I'm just basically going to use that darker color for the outer part, and then use that middle color that we used on the lid in the middle, and then the lighter color goes on the inner corner. So basically mimicking what we did on the top lid on the bottom, and I hope that makes sense. But you see what I'm doing. So to line her waterline, I'm just going in with a black pencil. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but any one will do. And here's where I apply that mascara on the bottom lashes. And then I'm going in with the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. And the lashes we're using today is from Lasgoos. It's the 3D Mink lashes, and she bought these off Amazon. And I'm lining her lips with MAC Lips Pencil in Strip Down. For lipstick, I'm going into this pretty mauvey one from NK, and it's called Antique Fuchsia. And I'm just topping her lips with a clear gloss. And there you have it, guys. I think I did pretty good for the first time doing someone else's makeup. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.